Hi, and welcome to another episode of Inside Oakland County. I'm your host, Oakland County Commissioner John Scott. Today we will be talking with Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard. But first, let's take a look at the Oakland County Children's Village.
Children's Village is Oakland County's juvenile detention and residential treatment facility. We provide detention services for kids who are going through the court process. We also provide long-term residential treatment programming for kids who the court has determined need to complete a program before they can be returned back home. And then we have a shelter care where we provide care and programming for kids who have been removed from the home through no fault of their own, but because of abuse and neglect. Children's Village is operated by the county executive, and we have a teacher's pet program that we have brought on board to rotate through all of our programs, and we have our kids selected by kind of a resume interview process where if they have interest in working with dogs, then we allow them to take part in this program. It's unique in the sense that the dogs have been abandoned or mistreated and taken to a shelter. So the dogs are then screened at the shelter, and once safety is determined, they're placed in the teacher's pet program and brought out to Children's Village, where our kids work with them over a 10-week period of time. And it's a really neat relationship that develops between the kids and the dogs, because a lot of our kids also have had some rough times, so they develop a bond and they socialize the dogs, get them ready for adoption. Once they complete the program, as a matter of fact, today is the end of one of our sessions where they'll have a graduation ceremony, and then the dogs will be available for adoption. We have had kids in the past have so much interest in the dog that they trained that they've convinced their parents to adopt the dog. Other times when there isn't a situation where the dog could be adopted by the child that trained it, they ask to sit in on the interview process so they can be sure that the candidates who want to adopt the dog are going to be good, loving people.
Okay. What do the kids do in this teacher's pet program? How does it work?
The kids, they take care of the dogs, they groom the dogs. Primarily, their function is to train them, to develop a relationship with them and to train them. We call it a socialization process for the dogs so that they can be family pets and become adopted. So right now the dogs are in the kennels during the teacher's pet program. So they're fed and cared for while they're here, and then at the end of the program the dogs go back to the animal control. The ultimate goal is to have the dogs stay here around the clock and have us within Children's Village on our campus, not just the kids in the teacher's pet program, but different kids across the campus be able to come and walk the dogs, play with the dogs, feed the dogs, all those kinds of things, just as part of a daily routine. That's the ultimate goal.
Funding. How do we fund this? You've got this facility out here, and how is it funded?
This was funded by the Children's Village Foundation, and the foundation is a group of volunteers, high energy. They've been around since 1990, and they work hard to raise funds for Children's Village to enhance our programming, and they're the ones that got behind the kennels and provided the money, the implementation, the development, and saw that they got built. And they actually were just starting to use them. This might be our second session where we're using the dogs in the kennels during Teacher's Pet. Prior to the kennels, the dogs would come out here, go through the program, and go right back to the animal shelter. Now with these kennels here, they're here a little bit longer during the course of the day.
Okay, Jody, if people are interested and want to get more involved with both Children's Village and the foundation, who do they contact? How do we do it?
If anybody wanted to contact us for additional information regarding Teacher's Pet or the foundation or just Children's Village in general, I would give them the phone number of 248-858-1151.
We just talked about the Children's Village Foundation, and so standing here with me now is the co-vice president of Children's Village Foundation. That's Karen Joliat. Karen, if she looks familiar to you, is also a Waterford Township trustee. Karen, tell us a little bit about the foundation and what all you do.
Well, the foundation was established back in 1994, and there are 13 members, board members currently that we sit. Our mission or our goal is to raise money and appropriate it through grant requests from the village and other sources that come through. The village is funded primarily, is funded through the county. The foundation exists to enhance programming for the disadvantaged children that stay here and for the benefit, which is how the kennels project came about.
So Karen, we got the kennels here, but before that they weren't here. Tell us a little bit about this program and the kennels that are here now.
Well, the program originated, we've been funding the Teacher's Pet program for quite some time, a number of years. And about 4 years ago, we were looking at the success that the program was having with the kids and with the dogs and wanted to extend and enhance that programming. So we decided it would to be a mission to raise money specifically for the kennels so the kids could interact with the dogs more in an outside environment, and it would better the program for the dogs and the kids to have them interact with them in an outside environment and for a longer extended period of time. It would also bring costs down for the program.
The Children's Village provides a unique approach to treating the youth of Oakland County. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll hear from Oakland County Sheriff Mike Bouchard.